when you got touching that, Danny, it's the business side. It's easy enough to, you can be good at the DJ sort of part of it. Who deals with the business side? Who deals with your sort of PA, PR, areas like that?
Yeah, well, that again, it's good to have an agent. Well, I've had an agent for many years, for about 20 years, and the agent looks after the bookings and makes sure that you're looked after. So there's no squabbling with promoters that, you know, are not being professional about their approach. The agents take care of that, so that allows the artist to be creative. The same in many creative industries, and that's also a very reassuring place to be. But when you're starting out, you can get ripped off, you can walked all over. You know, it's treacherous business to be in. It's like fashion at the beginning. There's a lot of insecurities, there's a lot of egos flying about, highly competitive nature. The strong survive, and if you're determined to do that, and that's your life path, and you're really gunning for it, then you get there. It might take 3 years, or it might take 13 years, but those that hang in there get to the objective generally. It's all a state of mind. It's your state of mind. You know, it's committing, setting the intention, taking massive action daily. It's all about taking action daily, not next week, or I might do it then, or yeah, well, in the future that's going to happen. It's about, no, it's going to happen now, and what am I going to do today to make that happen, and what am I going to do tomorrow to make that happen, and how many hours in my 16 hours that I'm awake during the day am I committing to this business and this project, whatever that is. And that's the thing also that's also key to it, mindset.
Broadcasting.
You're
into that now. How do you get into the business of broadcasting?
Again, I think there was a little bit of luck in there, and there was also a bit of networking. A friend of mine, a chap called Nicky Holloway, I used to be his assistant. I was an apprentice to him, and he was friends with another guy, Gordon Mack, who ran a station called Kiss FM. It was a London pirate, and he used to have this show where, during the show, people would send in their top threes. So I used to love this show, and I sent a top three in, and he liked it. And then he spoke to Nicky and said, well, actually, I got this top three from this guy. Do you know him? And he said, yeah, he's my assistant. And then I got a show on there late at night at 2 in the morning when there was probably about 5 cab drivers in London listening and a couple of blokes on the night shift. But hey, I was on the radio, I got a foot in the door. That was my way in, and I stayed there on that show, you know, some unearthly hour. I need to get up and work in the morning as well, and I stayed there for probably about 2 years on that time slot, and then progressed through the ranks, and then got a better slot earlier in the evening. Then I got a weekend slot in the morning, and then that just progressed from there really. So up to Radio 1. I started on a pirate station, which was.
I want to be elected.
Sorry guys, can we just continue here? We're just trying to focus. Unless you want to come on camera.
Yes, I like it.
Would you like to say a few words?
Yes.
He looks like a rock star, doesn't he? Come on, you're not speechless as a rock star.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, some obscenities. Rock stars normally have obscenities like flowing.
What to talk about?
There's children watching, by the way.
Yes, okay. All right.
I've not used the F-word once. Right.
That's it?
No.
All right, cool. Right, now we have to continue here.
Okay.
All right.
Tommy Cooper, right? Just that. No. Frozen bird. No frozen bird.
Did you bring this guy?
Flightless bird, native of Iceland.
Okay. Right.
Frozen chicken.
Right, thanks for
Thank you
that.
very much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
It was worth the wait.
Right.
We're at Radio 1 there, I think.
Yeah, I think you must have heard Radio 1, but where were we? Now, where were we?
You get to Radio 1.
Yeah, through pirate radio. It started on pirate radio. Again, you know, doing it for the love of doing it. Getting a cab there, not getting paid for what he was doing, or getting a cab home late at night in South London. You don't want to get on buses, the records and walking, so I used to get a cab home from there. But yeah, again, it's just following passion and sticking with it, and then progress happens.
How do you find time to enjoy yourself? Or just enjoying yourself?
How do I find time to enjoy myself? Well, I enjoy myself daily because I think life is such a gift, it's such a blessing, that every minute of my life, I cherish. I really do. I truly cherish it. And as time's moved on, and I have a son, and cherish it even more. But I had a car accident many years ago, and that really woke me up to the fact that, hey, you sail close to the breeze there, and life is to be enjoyed every moment. And it's something that I can't get my head around is when people say I'm bored. I think that term bored should be banished from society, because I think people don't think about that. In a sense, I'm bored. Well, find something that you like and then start enjoying it. Yeah. It's all about, again, it's language that's used. You're telling yourself, I'm bored. What are you going to be? You're going to be bored. Oh, I'm excited. I'm really loving this. I'm going to have a great time doing it. So that in itself, again, it's just the language that we use and what we tell ourselves. I don't know how I got onto that actually about that one.
I'm going to
go in there. We're just channeling something else there.
You actually tell me about something that happened to you.
As I said, I had a car accident many years ago, and I came close to the edge, and it just made me realise how much, how to value my own life, and not be reckless, and just enjoy every moment of it, and make the most of it. And whatever you want to do in life, you can do it. Most things, okay. If you're 40 years old, you want to be David Beckham, then maybe that's not going to happen. You can still play pro, semi-pro or whatever. Most things you want to do when you set your mind to it, you can do it, really. It's all in the mind. So that turning point also really shifted my thought process. My whole mindset shifted. It was like, wow, okay, I'm not stopping at any door that is closed in my way. So I think that was very pivotal in who I am today. After many years of struggling, and then that happened, my whole life changed. And a lot of great things happened out of that traumatic experience.
Can I round off and ask you something?
Yes.
Stage fright. Now, I've got a thing I've just set up called a Frichter scale.
Yeah.
Now in Scotland we call it a fricht. A fright is a fricht.
Right. A fricht.
On a scale of 1 to 10, before you go on stage, 1 is so cool, 10 is really, oh God, I could run away and see Mum. Where are you in the 1 to 10 scale?
Depends on where you are, really, and who you're playing with and how many people. I have to say, on the 1 to 10 scale in there earlier with all the little people, I was like, oh my God, it's like, what are we going to do here? So I guess I didn't want to run home to Mum, I may have, but I don't know, so that was probably about a 6, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I had a little bit more stage fright on that experience than I do walking out in any arena with 10,000 people. But there was a time I used to get very, very nervous, and it affected the way I played. As I moved into bigger arenas, it really kind of, there was a time where I just got so overcome with nerves at times. I'd be drinking beers to calm my nerves, which had an adverse effect. Having 10 beers before going on, not a good mood.
Yeah.
Not a good mood. So again, with the experience of it, you adjust to it, and you do become more confident with it. I mean, we're all gifted in our own different ways, and we all have different levels of nerves and anticipation. And I think it's good to be nervous. It's healthy to be nervous. It really is. It pushes you further. You get up, just so it's all matter of fact and cocky with it. It's like, well, it is matter of fact, isn't it? It's good to have that little bit of adrenaline and anticipation when you're going on. It certainly lifts it, it lifts the energy.
That round I'll just ask you to do a wee sound bite for me saying, hi, this is Danny Rampling, Radio 1, you're listening to the Craze Show.
I'm not on Radio 1 anymore.
Oh, you know it, alright.
No. I had about
don't worry,
I had about 7 years there.
This is Danny Rampling, DJ or whatever you want to call it, and you're listening to the Career Show with Eddie Gemmell.
Okay, hi, this is Danny Rampling, DJ. Hi, this is Danny Rampling, well-respected British DJ, here at the Wickerman Festival in sunny Scotland.
You're listening to the Career Show with Eddie Gemmell.
Gemmell. You're listening to the Career Show with Eddie Gemmell.
Great. Thank you, Danny. There. Okay.
Hi, I'm Danny Rampling, DJ.